back on the 69 Coupe-to-Fastback conversion. We got it sandblasted. You saw that in the previous videos. We got the one-piece floor put in it. You saw that in one of the last videos. We started fitting all the brackets and putting the back seat in. Still got a couple brackets to put on. Those brackets are done on that side. We put the door and the fender back on. We got everything fitted. All the alignments look good. Car didn't move. We made sure everything was level. So anyhow, we're moving back on this project. I want to get this engine bay painted before I put it away for this winter and bring the Cobra Jet car in, cut the front end off of that. When I took the battery box out, look what I found. Can you believe that? A Mustang with rust. This is unbelievable. So luckily in my stash, I happen to have a Ford Apron from 40 years of stripping out Mustangs and buying parts. I actually had a Ford original Apron. So we're gonna put this apron in it, and it's a little crusty. It came out of my storage barn. It's been probably sitting up there for 30 years. We'll get that cleaned up, and what we're gonna do is we're not gonna MIG this in. We're actually gonna use a spot welder. We have a Lenco spot welder over here, just like Ford did it. We're gonna use factory spot welds so it kind of looks original. That's the plan, but before I do that, I have to take the apron out of the car. So as you can see, I start drilling out with the spot welds. I take a Sharpie marker and I'll just go and mark them. I will put the same spot welds back in. I'll count these damn things. And I mark it where it's at, and I took measurements. You want to take measurements from the core support to where your fender bolts go, from this point to this point, and then you want to go from this point and measure, make sure all your fender bolts have adjustment slots. But being that that's an original Ford part, I shouldn't have a problem. I should just be able to line up that mark. And then we'll put tape on it, but it should be close. Give us a minute and I'm gonna show you how I take it out, and then we'll come back after I get it out and I'm gonna clean it up, I'm gonna weld through prime it, and then I'm gonna show you how we use the Lenco spot welder and put it in to duplicate the factory appearance. Stay tuned. You'll see when you drill these, when you hit rust, when rust comes up between the two panels, you know to stop right there so you don't drill through the other panel. But that should be sufficient to get the chisel in there. All right, so what we did here, you saw when I was cutting the old apron out, I cleaned it all up, cleaned all the welds, ground them nice and clean. You want to do this because you got to have absolutely clean metal when you use that Lenco spot welder. You honestly can't even put any weld through primer. I don't like that idea, but I'm going for appearance on this one. I'll just seam seal it really good. I dry fitted the panel. I just set it in there and it was absolutely perfect. I have a bunch of series of measurements that I took prior to cutting it out, and everything was dead nuts perfect. Of course, Benny wasn't here. He had to take the clan to go feed them, the ones that fall asleep next to the wood stove. Where'd you take them? To the steakhouse?
No, we were just out moving engines around.
Moving engines.
Moving engines.
What'd you get, another engine?
Bought another engine.
Did you buy a Chrysler motor?
I did not buy a Chrysler engine.
Do you have your floppy clown shoes on
I
today?
do not have my floppy clown shoes on.
Okay. What'd you buy?
Another small block Chevrolet.
What's that bring your grand total up to? Like 13?
10 or 12.
13?
Doesn't matter.
All right, so you was
So
wasting
why
3
can't
hours
you-
when I was in here working.
Well,
Okay.
I was working too.
Tell
Why
me.
can't you put weld through primer on that?
Because I'm going to use the Lenco and it won't conduct.
Can't be even weld through.
Nope. So this is actually a Ford Apron. It's an old one, probably from the 80s, but it is an NOS panel. And when I put this panel in there, all I did was just sit it in there and I clamped it, took my measurements. It was dead nuts perfect. I couldn't believe it. Dead nuts perfect.
Yep.
DNP, that's right.
DNP.
So what we're gonna do is we will clamp this in tomorrow and we will fire up the Lenco spot welder and we'll show you how this works and how these welds look. It's a hell of a lot better than drilling holes and MIG welding hole shut. It'll look OEM, save the time of grinding, sucking on metal shavings and listening to him cry about something. I don't know what it'd be. It's probably something about Ford's rusting out or something. I don't know. But we'll get to that point tomorrow. So we're not far from body work on this car. But unfortunately, the weather's getting cold and I got to get his roof on his Falcon. We did start trimming the roof last week.
Remember, we take food stamps, home baked goods. Cash is always good.
And what about your kisses from Christy?
Christy Nome?
Yeah.
No, still don't have a kiss. We're working on it.
Okay, well, maybe she'll like and subscribe to our
maybe
channel.
so.
All right, very good. We'll pick this up tomorrow. We have the Lenco spot welder out. We're gonna demonstrate this. We're gonna show you how well this machine works. It's an older machine, but it works pretty good. I did a couple test spots here, as you can see. Trying to duplicate the factory spot welds. It's a wonderful machine, but like I said in the last video or earlier, that it has to be clean metal on both sides. You can't have any corrosion protection, weld through primer, oils, anything like that. You want to have absolutely clean metal on both surfaces, so you get a good bond. But I'm gonna do a little demonstration and I'm gonna show you how quick and easy this works.
Quick and easy?
Quick and easy. Sort of like Benny. He's quick and easy.
Quick and easy.
That's Christy Nome. She'll tell you all about it.
I still haven't heard nothing from her.
Still got your kiss from her?
Nope.
I don't think you're getting it either, so.
Yeah.
It bust your bubble. And it does 2 spot welds at the same time. This has a self-timer on it, so it will stop. Done.
Just like that.
That easy. No drilling, no grinding.
You won't pull it apart.
Nothing.
No.
It's that quick. So the time it would take to drill, prep, grind, it's ridiculous.
No grinding.
Like on that floorboard, putting all them spot welds in on that floorboard, if I had this tool, I've been done in a day. Christ, would it take us 2 weeks off and on?
Yeah, more or less.
That's because it didn't fit for crap, but anyhow,
that
argument's for another day from the manufacturer.
Yeah, that thing's heavy.
This thing's a bear. and the only complaint I have, I wish the leads were about another 12, 16 inches longer. But if you come over here, we are going to put 2 spot welds on this panel, and you want your panels tight. Where I have the clamp is where we're gonna attempt to put 2 on right here. Look at that.
You do.
I'm at a really awkward height with this. I can't really push down because I'm having shoulder surgery in 2 weeks.
That was a nice one. Yeah. Okay. Whoa!
Did you get that on film? Quick, Benny, lay on the ground. I'll do a chalk outline of your body.
Say that one didn't work well. Now what's the one to kill on South Park all the time?
Instead of Kenny, it's Benny. Kill Kenny. Kill Benny. That spark that it did was it had a little bit of paint in that spot. Hit it again. Ready? Mm-hmm.
Better eat.
Hold it. Here, Bert.
Just two? One more. There you go. Get it? Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Felt good. Mm-hmm. There we go.
Push it. Push on flat.
Push it.
One more. Good. Stop. Go. Okay. I'm going to try to weld this one again on the side. The one that blew out?
Yeah.
Okay. This one that burned out right here, all I'm going to do, I'm going to take the MIG and I'm just going to fill that in and grind it. There you have it. Let me DA it down and we'll come back and we'll show you what it looks like. We got her all welded in and we are just doing a little metal finishing. I'll strip that whole panel down with a Scotch-Brite wheel.
Yeah, got some rust.
Because underneath, this thing's been sitting in a garage or a barn for, I probably had it for 25 years, so it's got rust underneath the black primer. But we'll strip that and get all that cleaned off the bare metal. But you can see the spot welds. Here's where we welded it with the Lenco. I love it. I love that machine. I mean, it takes a little bit of finagling to get it set up right with the time. It's got a timer on it, so you got to play with it. Definitely get a couple pieces of metal and play with the timer here. But my God, the time it saves with drilling and welding and grinding, and the aggravation and the cost of grinding wheels. This is a nice machine. Like I say, this is the Lenco Spot. This is an older machine. I'm sure they have an updated version of it. It's definitely helpful if you have a friend because these leads are heavy. And I'm having shoulder surgery in 2 weeks, so I kind of struggled. So that's why Benny had to help me with that. But you'll see that in an upcoming video when I got one wing. I like it much better than the old MIG box. The old rusty Coupe-to-Fastback's coming together slowly. Like I say, the floor's done, apron's done. Now I can paint this engine bay. I'm gonna hand sand this whole entire engine bay, take the steering box, suspension out, and I'll black epoxy this out. That'll probably be a stopping point for a while on this car, and then we're gonna get back on the Falcon. And the winter project is bringing that Super Cobra Jet car in and cut that front end off. I gotta put all 4 aprons, upper, lower cowls, quarter support. It needs the works. And then we'll do a price reveal on that car, what I paid for that car. All right, so here we are with the 69 Coupe-to-Fastback conversion. As you saw previously, we took out the rusty apron, replaced it with a new apron, and I used the Lenco spot welder, and you can see my spot welds. Does a nice clean job. I went ahead, sanded out the engine bay. We had previously sandblasted it, but I went over it with some 180 grit and cleaned it all up, and I put just one light coat of epoxy. What we're gonna do at this point is we're probably gonna mothball this car for winter, and we're gonna bring in the Super Cobra Jet car and do the front end on. But I just want to give a recap of what we've done to this car so far. Rotisseried it, sandblasted it, epoxied the undercarriage. We did a one-piece floor. We did the fastback donor roof on a coupe. We put 2 toe pans in it, 2 outer wheel houses, 2 quarter extensions, 1 tail light panel, rear trunk brace. Got everything somewhat roughly fitted up. You can come around, you can see everything fits good. We already dry fitted the windshield, it fit good. These are Dynacorn doors, they fit very good. I mean, that's an original fender and a Dynacorn door, look at that. I mean, these gaps are wonderful. Quarters are done, they're fitted, they're all welded in solid. So what we have to do at this point is we're probably gonna gonna strip the car down to bare metal. I'm going to send the fenders off to get media blasted because I like to paint the backside of my fenders and get all the rust out. That'll be the next step on this car. But as you can see, the Coupe-to-Fastback car came together pretty good. There's the 9 inches going in it. We'll get that blasted and painted when I get the fenders blasted. And then we'll change out the suspension and we'll be on our way to pick a color on this car. Stay tuned, like, and subscribe. Thanks.